Sup nerds, you guys want to see a dead body? Today we have MetalGarurumon versus Alphamon Alliance. Caleb starts us off by hatching Dorumon and then illegally evoing into Ryudomon for 0 memory, and then hard playing Dorumon to get his Scourge on. So we're already one jet down. Brandon hatches Bukamon, plays Mental Training, adds the new Secret Melga, and then plays Matt for 3, gets some more Scourges, adds another Secret Melga, because why not? Caleb promotes. Triggers Ryudomon start a main effect to tuck Shu, and then it's unaffected by Digimon effects until the end of Brandon's turn. And he draws a card off Dorumon. Evos into Genryumon for 2 memory, and then plays UG for 3, and then end of turn plays Shu back out with her effect. Right, Brandon plays another Mental Training, adds a Garu X, and then evos into Gabu X for 1. And then evos into Gurumon for 2. Caleb goes to 3 from his memory setter, and then hatches Dorumon. And then he evos into Dorugramon for 3, triggers its effect, reveals top 3, gets a Tuck and X Antibody, tucks the Genryumon, draws off Dory. Evos into Ryudomon for 0 memory, yet again. Another chat that does Evo for 1 unless it's specifically on Kyokomon. Caleb could just Evo into a Mega here, but he does just Mind Link and then swings at Security, triggers Alliance, so he's swinging for 9k here. Also, his inheritable is mandatory, so here's another chat. It should suspend that mat. It doesn't actually matter because it doesn't stun it, but that is a missed effect. So 9k, 2 checks. This is very bold. Let's see if it pays off. No, hard punished. Dies to the first check immediately. Sag. Absolute blowout. And then he just hard plays another Shu from hand. Brandon promotes Garu. Evos into Garu X for 0. Draws 2, trashes 2. Gains memory from Matt and gains memory from Garu X. Seems fair. Pops Mental, evos into the promo wear for 1. Swing Security unsuspends, draws from Garu. He does have jamming, so it doesn't really matter what he checks if it's not an option. Swings again, draws. Activates Proto Form to evo into Wear Garu X for 0 memory. Triggers Wear X's effect to ditch 2 cards to unsuspend. Then he gets to add a card back. Adds the Garurumon. Pops Mental, evos into the new Secret Metal for 2 memories. Swings. Triggers the Wear X effect. Discards a card to unsuspend. And 2 checks here. He is Gucci. Swings, unsuspends by zone effect. Draws. And then swings for game. So Brandon does take game 1 pretty handily. By the way, if you guys enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe. It really helps support the channel. And if you're interested in the MetalGarurumon deck profile, the link will be in the pinned comment below. So Caleb goes first for game 2, hatches Dorumon, evos into Dorumon, then plays UG for 3. Brandon hatches Bukamon, plays Mental for 2, adds the Mat, evos into Gabu X for 1, then Blue Membus for 3, adds the Garu X. Caleb evos into Genryumon for 2, and then evos into Hisarumon for 3 memory. Brandon promotes. Evos into Garu for 2, triggers its effect to play the Mat for free, triggers Mat's effect. Adds the Garurumon. Evos into Garu X for 0, draws 2, discards 2. Gain memory off Garu X, gain memory off Matt. Seems good. Swing Security, draws from Garurumon, does have jamming. And then he runs out of juice here, so he just hard plays a Matt for 4 to set Caleb to 2. Alright, so Caleb promotes, triggers UG to draw 1 and gain a memory. Evos into Alpha for 4. Tucks from trash to make 10 cost or higher and unable to attack on Brandon's field until the end of his turn. Draws 1 and gains 1 from his inheritables. And Caleb swings here, and for some reason doesn't swing over the Garu X. He swings at security instead. He triggers UG to tuck a source, tucks an Oriyumon, and he actually, there's another chat here. He has an inheritable that should suspend the mat. It's a mandatory effect, which will be impactful here. Because Brandon blast evos into Garu Ace, triggers his effect to draw 1 and then trash 1, and then triggers his mat to steal turn, gains memory off that. That shouldn't have happened. The mat should have already been suspended. And then 1 check here, checks a mental training, and then he unsuspends end of attack. And then we have another chat here. Brandon incorrectly says that his Alphamon is stunned until the end of his next turn, which is not true. The stun only happens until the end of your turn. So his Alphamon should be able to block on Brandon's turn. So Brandon goes to 3 from his memory setter. Eventually, there we go. Hatches Bukamon. Evos into Gabu. Evos into Gabu X. Swing security, draws from Garu, triggers Mat to gain a memory. So Caleb could have blocked here if he hadn't been told that he was stunned. Doesn't actually really matter a whole lot though. Brandon doesn't have jamming, so he does die to the check and has to trigger one of his protection effects to bot deck 2 cards to save itself. Evos into Garu, and then Evos into Garu for 3 to choke Caleb to 1. Caleb hatches Doraemon. Evos into Ryudomon for 0 yet again. Caleb correctly swings at the threat here, swings at the Garu Ace. Triggers Yuji's effect to tuck a source, tucks the BT15 Doru Gray, gains memory and draws a card, and also correctly suspends Brandon's Mat. And then runs over the Ace, gains some memory from Ace Overflow. Brandon doesn't have enough cards in trash to protect it from battle, unfortunately. And then he unsuspends from Oriyumon's end of attack effect. And then Caleb evos into Ginryumon for 2. And then Hisarumon for 3, and then plays Defense Training for 2. Adds Oriyumon. And Caleb does have blocker here. So Brandon does go to 3 because of his mat and promotes. Yeah, most likely Brandon is not going to be able to gain jamming this turn because Caleb has a bunch of sources. So Brandon evos into X for 1. Even though he's unsuspended, he decides to trash 2 cards and then add a card back to trigger both of his mats to gain 2 memory. Pops Mem Boost, goes to 6. Pops Mental Training. Evos into Melga for 2. Stuns the Alpha and also the UG. Can't suspend until the end of Caleb's turn. Swings, unsuspends from the X effect by trashing a card. 12k, 1 check. Swing, unsuspend from the Melga effect this time, and then draw again from Garu. Swing again, draw again. And he has 2 different choices. Forces Caleb to pick BM. So he Blitz Omnis for games. So Melga does take it 2-0. But I appreciate you guys stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy seeing this kind of content. Want to come back for more. But until next time, see ya.